Alright, so yeah, time for more Amstrad Action as per usual this time of the week. Uh, so we're partway through issue number 61, nearing the end of 1990. And the first game tonight is Pro Golf Simulator by Codemasters. Because of course, who else makes professional simulators? Anyway, Pro Golf Simulator, Codemasters, $2.99 cassette, 4 joystick or keys. 4. There's all the fun of the golf course to be had without all the walking around for miles and miles. And of course, there's no danger of shelling out for windows broken en route. Pro Golf Simulator is a lot simpler than the other golf games we have seen. There's no 3D perspective views of courses such as those seen in Leaderboard or Jack Nicklaus Golf. But then again, those were full price and this is a budget offering. All 18 holes are on a single course which can be scrolled around so that you can suss out the lay of the land. It's very much a two-dimensional layout. You have a bird's eye view of the whole course. The land is made out of various surface features of the type you might expect to find on a golf course. Trees, bunkers, water, and of course, lots of grass. Up to 4 players can join in the fun, taking turns to hack the little white ball around the place. You can choose from a variety of clubs, each having different properties on the ball when it hits it. The terrain too has an effect on the ball, which bounces off trees, gets stuck in sand, and sinks in water. Players take it in turns to hack their way around the course. The control system is easy to master. Choose your club, set your direction, strength and spin, and hit away. The graphics are small but detailed. A jolly tune plays throughout, but fortunately can be turned off. The control system makes the game easy to pick up and fun to play. Tactical decisions take the place of arcade skills, and with a golf playing chum or two, holes makes for a hotly contested hour or so of fun. First aid target score. Complete the course on par. Second opinion. Unassuming and unambitious, but extremely well executed and simply great fun. The verdict, graphics 68%, small but they work well together. Sonic 67%, jolly tune that soon gets irritating. Grab factor 70%, it's easy to hit it off. Staying power 71%, a fair way to go. AA rating 70%, a good multiplayer fun. Alright. I guess we get to start playing it now. Okay. Alright. Let's get going. Oops. Type better. Pro Golf Simulator by Grant Worsfold. Programmed by C.G. Worsfold. Graphics C. Graham. Music Linden. Great Master 1990. Got instructions. List of keys. On, clear, off, control. Movement speed 3. Cursor keys alter colours temporarily. Point and control cursor keys. Select club with up, down and fire. Rotate pointer to direction in which ball is hit. Press and hold fire. Select strength release. press again, select spin, try and get as close to the center as possible. Press escape when you need to go to main menu. You have a maximum of 9 shots per tee in which to hold the ball. Try and get less than par for each tee. Course editor. Move the pointer over the icons, then press fire to select them. The course is made up of 100 by 100 blocks of various scenery. Far left is a window of the course, which can be scrolled using the arrow icons. The blocks can be more easily seen with the grid overlay. This may be turned on with the O icon and off with the F icon. Use F to set the two fill corners. Alter the course by pressing fire over the course blocks, causing blocks to be set to the currently selected block, which can be selected from the grid of possible blocks at the top right and is displayed bottom right. There are 3 sets of blocks which can be chosen with icons 1, 2, 3. New courses can be saved or loaded with the SNL icon. Set up holes with T and tag blocks. A built-in editor. Practice putting green and competition. I think you just need to practice really. Enter name. Enter hole. 1. Use controls to do course by exiting. Move the entire course here. 1, 2 there. All one lot. Okay, let's scroll a little here. Driver. What is this? Oh, northeast. 5, whatever that means. Oh. Okay. This now. Oh, that's a little far. Came back. Okay, we're on the putting green. Now what strength do we need? What do we need? Any level wheel or anything? Just straight, I guess. Oh, that was nowhere near strong enough. Oh, in it goes! That was open path, terrible. Oh, get them in order. Choose the new course by exits. We've got a water. Choose your club. Whoa. You don't want to go in the water. Why would I don't know. Too much again. How to judge just how far it's going to hit it? I've really got no guide. Not enough this time. Uh, oh, that didn't go very far either. Going on. Should be able to cut this, shouldn't we? Oh. 6 strokes. Wonderful. So good at this. Okay, a hole. 3. Short 3 course. Track. There you go, a little bench to sit in. Fun. That's narrow. Okay. On. Oh, it's too much again. Wow. Way too much. That's better. Oh, hopeful. Oh. Stupid golf ball. I've never seen a golf ball that has a U-turn before. Look at this. Oh, what the hell was that? Fuck, hold the button. Well, that's a waste of a shot. Just stop dead of the tree. Oh, that's fun. Oh, this is awful. Okay, disagreeing with these hitboxes on these trees. Oh, that was too much. 8 strokes. And you get 9. A whole 5. Wait, someone forgot to mow the grass here, I think. Let's hold it. Who's that little left green there? Too much again. The driver, that's brilliant. You're on the green now. Oh, what a putt. Okay. 6 hole. There's a 6th hole right there. Turn everything here. It's when you go over everything or what? That's 90. Whee! Okay. Will we be able to get over this? And we got over it. And some. It was like, so hard to judge distance. Hey, Reginald, we're playing golf. Oh, here we go, that's better. Okay, 7th hole. Where's the hole? Here it is. Surrounded by sand traps. And bushes. Pretty much everything. Stop it. on the way there. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh wait. Here it is. We have the go around the that didn't go far at all. But it seems like some strong wind we've got here. Striking well. Close enough for the hole at least. Oh, come on. On. Roll one back. Go down, like that. Again, surrounded by trees. Trees. Random places everywhere. It's all clear just there. Too far. Too far. Too much. Too much. Okay, on the green. Oh, that's too much. White. I do appreciate the hole fairly recently sized. Right, do one more hole. Water everywhere! Oh, this is gonna be awful. Look at this. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be terrible. Get down one shot. I didn't see it spin. Drowned your ball! Oh. Dead. Come back. Fun. Oh, stop! How are you? A little too short! Those don't well. Stop. Okay. Progress. Oh. Final stroke. Ninth stroke. This is the one. This to go in. Ninth stroke supposedly. Practice or not. Yeah. You played too many shots. How always can they get? Poke it. Here's the hole. Well. Oh. Yeah. Anyway. I'm curious. I do want to see what the 18th hole was like. How awful would it be? Here it is. It's kind of like the 10th hole. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. Alright, next game is Night Hunter, or just Night, because they left something off here, by Ubisoft, $14.99 disc, 628 only, joystick or keys. It's a gloomy, moonless night. Deep in Transylvania there is a dark castle with glittering torches and candles to light its cold old passageways. Rats and mice skitter around, but only brave or foolhardy humans dare to wander the dank corridors. A clammy fear grips all those who enter those tall portals into that atmosphere of evil malevolence. Birds don't sing in the forest below the castle. The sun doesn't shine here. People disappear forever, and some return hideously changed, living and yet not living. For this is the domain of Vlad Dracula, the lord of the Nosferatu, the undead. You are Dracula. This is your castle. Everyone who comes here is unwelcome, except perhaps the odd defenceless virgin from the village. But never mind that now. Something has gone very wrong indeed. A vampire hunter called Van Helsing is after your blood. which makes a refreshing change. He has an arsenal of anti-undead weaponry, such as Bibles, crucifixes, garlic, stakes, holy water, hand grenades, sidewinder missiles, and silver bullets. Well, most of these anyway. He also has a band of fearless nutters who believe you need to be vanquished once and for all. They'll need all the weaponry, except perhaps the missiles, to track down and kill you. Kill you? But you're already dead. This could get very confusing later. However, your aim is clear. On each level consisting of 20 screens, you must collect 3 pieces of parchment and 5 keys. These will allow you to progress to the next level within your ancient pad. Ultimately, you must try and escape from the hordes of vampire hunters, priests, and old Van Helsing himself. He is indestructible, and you thought you were the only one. So you must evade him at the end of the level. Although the action is taking place in and around your ancestral seat, you must be careful as you move around the castle and on later levels the village nearby. The first thing you discover is that there are holes in various parts of the floor. If you slip on these, you disappear into the underworld, or somewhere equally nasty, and you lose a life. It's not really a life, more of an existence. To avoid the holes, it is necessary to become a werewolf, obviously, and by crouching and pressing fire, jump over them. All very complicated, but nice to know because a lot is at stake. Ha ha. The black stuff is water, so keep flying. The only way to move around safely is to become a bat. You have 2 power to transmogrify from human form to bat or the werewolf. Each has its advantages. In the human state, you are able to pick up objects and suck the blood of those poor mortals that cross your path. The werewolf is much stronger and has the constitution of an extremely large wolf walking around on 2 legs. The wolf is great at thumping people, killing them with a few good smacks to the head. The bat is best for moving about, but is hopeless at combat, killing only small flies and the odd vole. It flies quickly, and there is no danger of unpleasant encounters with people, as you can just zip right over their heads. Being the bat does use up a lot of energy though, so you'll need to keep sinking your incisors into the necks of passers-by. This replenishes your blood and energy levels so as not to die in vain. Ha ha. The collectible objects are scattered at random around each level, and some do require a bit of forethought and planning to reach. Exploring the levels is not difficult. This is a tough platform game, and you can generally suck the plasma out of anyone getting in the way. Occasionally you are beset by a gang of what looks like skinheads, but surely aren't. They punch you violently, forcing you to turn into the werewolf and scare them to death. Also, a surprising number of unattached women wander about. Several carry crucifixes, but if you're thirsty, this shouldn't hold you for long. The blood-sucking sequence is done beautifully. You must time the initial grab of the victim just right, and then go for the throat. There's a crazy slurping noise, and once the essence is extracted, the body turns into a skeleton, and the bones tinkle into a heap on the flagstones. It's brilliant. As with many French games, Night Hunter has a lovely sense of style. The graphics are cartoon-like, with a definite feel for the Dracula genre. The human bat-werewolf transformations look very neat indeed, and each moves nicely around the castle. Each room is different, with suits of armour, staircases, and other medieval bric-a-brac. The sound is fine. There's a fabulous tune which plays during the intro screen, which could have been written by Jean-Michel Jarre himself. There isn't a continual tune during the game, but the sound effects work well. The best definitely being the blood sucking. At the end of the game there's a different tune, also of high quality. Very thorough, the French. The game is not too difficult at first. There are only the holes to contend with, plus well-drawn witches that fly past, causing you to duck wildly. Mortals abound, so you need never run out of blood, and the keys and parchments not too hard to find. Further levels lead you to take moonlit excursions outside the castle walls. And you can also meet the dangerous people armed with anti-vamp kits, axes and arrows, turn into a bat and flap out the way. It's your best chance to remain safely undead. The complexity of the game increases as you get further into it. One annoyance is that when you lose a life, or a death, or whatever, you start at the beginning of that level. If you happen to be 15 screens away, you can only gnash your fangs in frustration, mutate into the bat and flap off through the passageways again. Overall, Night Hunter is a good game to play. It has many elements of a platform game, plus a touch of exploratory adventuring, and also simplistic beat 'em up and suck 'em dry sequences. It all takes place in 2 dimensions, but scrolls smoothly, and the collision detection is accurate, as is the movement. Big graphics capture the feel of the castle, and of old Vlad himself, with his flapping cape and his bat or wolf alter egos. The enemies are also up to the same standard. The pace of the game is not furious, nor does it require constant split-second timing, but the playing doesn't suffer for the lack of it. Arcade game standard it ain't, but if you like the idea of a nicely drawn atmospheric romp around a big castle, with a bit of thought and a bit of difficulty, give Night Hunter grave consideration. James the Impaler Leech. First day target score, get to level 2. A truth from beyond the grave. Vampire stories have been around for centuries. They originally emanated from the highly superstitious peoples in Central and Eastern Europe, such as Transylvania and Hungary. One theory is that during times of plague, many sufferers lapsed into narcolepsy, a coma, in which they gave all appearances of being dead. They were duly buried, but could sometimes wake up afterwards. It all would take All it would take was for someone to see a dishevelled figure emerging from a shallow grave at night, and panic would quite naturally ensue. The diseases at the time, such as scurvy, would cause the sufferer's gums to recede, making their teeth look much larger and fiercer. Conjunctival symptoms meant that the sensitivity of their reddened eyes would not permit them to go out of doors in daylight. The effects of the full moon on some animals and the deranged have long been known about, and this is another quite separate factor which has been enmeshed in the legends and superstitions. And Vlad the Impaler really existed. He ruthlessly controlled a large tract of land from his forbidding castle in Central and Eastern Europe. Enemies and those in disfavour were speared on long wooden poles. These were placed into the ground, and the dead and dying would hang high in the air. Legend has it that Vlad would often eat his meals in the garden with guests amid the poles when the weather was nice. Second opinion. Great graphics and not too frantic action guarantee an entertaining little game. The blood-sucking sequences are brilliant. Right, the verdict. Graphics 78%, certainly not a pain in the neck. Sonics 72%, stealthy, silent stalking and squishy, sucking sounds. Grab factor 73%, get your cape on and get exploring. Staying power 72%, 2 levels of difficulty help. AA rating 73%, nice version of an immortal legend. Ah. Okay. No, we're not cheating. Okay, there's 0, 1. If you hit the 1, there's no backspace. Let's go. Oh, we get choice of keyboard type. Use the joystick anyway. Hey, come here. Ow. Can I suck your blood? Here we go. Jump. Come back here. A little tiny rat there. Can we go indoors? Guessing not. Look, there's a key. Oh. I didn't see the hole. I didn't even notice the hole. It's too focused on the key. Oh, he fell down. He fell down. Come here. Ugh. Oh, back here. Oh, come here. Hey. Don't fall down. Got A key. Come on, just keep eating. What are these little tiny doors? Hey, come back here. You're not supposed to walk over the holes. I can just turn into a bat. Oh, jeez. What is that? Oh, it's gone. Hello, it came back. What is that? Oh, Billy falls down. Here's some more. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't bother falling on top of platforms. Gotta go. Back here. Key. Stop punching me in the back. Oh, that's it. Hey. Hey. I'm busy here. Oi. Stop it. Head back this way now. Stop it. So where else do we have to get to? This is the end of that. Oh, we can go in the doors. Okay. Oh, werewolf can't pick things up. Come here. Ah! Come here. Never mind. Can't go in here? No. You need keys to go in each door, I guess. See? A snack. in here either. Oh, we did. Okay. Ow. Let's go. Ow. Come here. Punch me. Out. Now do this. Open. Oh, don't. Wrong thingy. Let's open one of these doors over here now. Soon find out. Not that one. Nope. Come here. Come here. Off we go. This one does not open. Hey, I'm trying to have a snacky. Come on. Hey. Hey, stop it. Can we go in here? No. Can't go in here. Right, back we go again. Did we try this door? I forget, did we try this door? Yes, we did. It's got the thing out of that. Hey! Picky! Where'd he go? Ah! Ow. Can't go in here yet. Never been in here. Gotta go up the steps. Okay. Just need one more parchment, right? Can't go in here. Sure, haven't we been in? Wait. Ah. Stop it. Ah. I'll get my energy up. Oh, I didn't see the hole. We've been in here, haven't we? Yes. Hey. Oh, there's a hole there. We went in here? Yep. Maybe we've been in here. Goes up the stairs. Bats cannot land on platforms, apparently. Like that, you just go through them. Transform, please, thank you. Okay, I go up the steps. Okay, off we go. Bum, 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 bum. No, we can't go in here. Yeah. No, don't fall in the water. Idiot. Oh. Death warp? We've been in here. Oh, here it is. Death pit right there. Mickey. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, yeah, you got everything now. Oh jeez. I need to build up my strength. Oh, damn holes! Damn holes! Anyway, you almost finished stage 1? Oh. Might be something to come back to, I think. On to the next game. Hi. Next game. Oh boy, it's Battle of the Bulge by Cases Computer Simulations. $12.95 cassette, $14.95 disc, joystick or keys. Another war game. Let's stop making these things. This is that last one they've used as a rotten egg. The winter of 1944. Hitler was still recovering from the attempt on his life. And at the frontiers of Belgium, Germany, and France, there was an uneasy stalemate. The Allies were ready to push further, and the Germans were resisting. However, in a bunker deep in the French countryside, a daring plan was being conceived. A plan which Hitler hoped would turn the tide of the war once more in Germany's favour. It was called Rush am Rhein. This codename, Watch on the Rhine, was deliberately misleading. The push was to be through the Ardennes through towards Antwerp to divide the Allied armies and cut their supply lines. Hospitals and even schools were stripped of men to provide troops for the offensive, and during the frenzied planning, the German High Command even regained some of its former vigour. And on the 16th of December, the panzers rolled. The German objectives were clear. The SS panzers in the north were to reach the River Meuse. The central panzer divisions were to capture key towns, and the southern flanks were to engage Patton's army. The Ardennes offensive took place in wooded country, not ideal for tank warfare, but the Germans hit very hard and fast. They also parachuted in commandos dressed in American uniforms to create chaos and misdirect American units. Misdirect American units. Initially, it worked. The Americans were caught out. The SS spearheads churned westwards with frightening speed, and the bad weather prevented Allied air superiority from being used effectively. However, the Allies fought back. The mainly American forces were tougher than Germany had anticipated, and the northern push was halted. Slowly, the central German attack petered out, fuel and supplies ran low, and the tanks died in villages and fields across the region. The war was coming to an end. This scenario lends itself well to computer simulation because of the exciting nature of the battle. Consequently, several games about it have been written, ranging in quality from the excellent to the abysmal. Case's computer simulations version is unfortunately not one of the best. At the start of the game, you can elect to control either the German or the Allied forces, and you can play the computer or another Earthling. Other options to change history exist, such as choosing clear weather or delaying Patton's relief army. The computer has an easy and hard level, and there are many variations which can be set up at the start of play. The playing area extends approximately 70 miles by 70, encompassing the whole of the Ardennes battle area. This scale is fine, but it does take a lot of slow, jerky scrolling to move from one side to the other. It really should be possible to call up an overall map and display your unit's current positions, but this option doesn't exist. Each unit is one standard character size, with a tank, gun, or artillery symbol to distinguish it. Information on the units is gained by selecting them with the cursor. This is also how they are moved. The unit is selected, an order is given by pressing a single key, such as R for road movement, M for cross-country movement, or B for bombard, if it's an artillery unit. Unfortunately, there is no way of finding out what specific orders have been given to each unit. This can result in a lot of unnecessary duplication. The cursor is placed on the point you wish to move to or bomb. This order is then carried out, possibly taking more than one turn to complete, so keep a close track on your force's orders. The enemy is generally hidden until your unit gets close enough to see them. This is a nice touch, because in real life it is impossible to know the disposition of your opponent without proper reconnaissance. Now just spread one word over 3 lines. It's annoying. You can use air recce later in the game, though. Until then, you have to rely on judgment and luck. Combat occurs when opposing units meet each other. You aren't given battle reports. You must select each unit afterwards to determine the amount of damage done to it. Severely damaged units retreat automatically, usually losing sight of the enemy. These units then need fresh orders. Road, rivers, and bridges are the features which dominate the landscape. Using roads speeds up your armor's movement dramatically, but lays you open to ambush and interception. Bridges are strategically vital, so they tend to be the location of most of the battles. The Allies can blow up bridges to delay or halt the evil Nazi menace, who generally retaliate by blowing up the Allies. Everything is done by turns or phases. This takes quite a long time and involves a lot of pressing key operations. You are asked if you want to save the game every turn, which soon gets slightly tedious. The graphics are clear, but not very special. The little symbols are simple, and the map is lurid green, with big black roads, many at 90 degrees to each other. Sound is limited to popping machine gun noises during combat turns and wee-bang artillery effects. They don't add much at all. Combat noises in wargames often jar, and this is the case here. The sounds merely alert you to which phase the computer is currently processing. The computer plays a competent game on hard level, and a rather simple one and easy. It's far better to play another organic life form. This is true of virtually all such games. Historical war games should be loaded with atmosphere, and should capture the feel of the conflict. While Battle of the Bulge is accurate in detail, the presentation and somewhat pedestrian gameplay spoil the excitement. It lacks the slickness that allows the player to concentrate on wielding his or her tank divisions to maximum devastating effect, and just doesn't have the evocative feel of the snow and mud being churned up under the tracks and smell of burnt diesel and cordite drifting through the forest. Obersturmbannführer for James Leach. Right. First, their target score. Halt the German advance in the easy level. Second opinion. As with many serious games, the graphics are uninspiring and tend to put you off right away. Stick at it though; it's a pretty solid little game, and a pretty solid little game appears. It could have been so much better though. The verdict: graphics 40%, clear enough but very basic. A larger scale map is needed. Sonics 31%, they merely signify various phases. Grab factor 57%, not overly complicated. Controlling forward SS divisions is heady stuff. Staying power 63%, enough variations to keep fans amused. AA rating 61%, this might not put a tiger in your tank. Oh, okay. Alright. Hopefully this is the right game. Okay. Looks like it. Battle of the Bulge. CCS. Copyright S. Thomas, 1990. Pixel Pete. The Battle of the Bulge. Author S.P. Thomas. Copyright CCS, 1990. Load old game? No. Computer plays? Yeah, they can play the Germans. Historical deployment? Sure. Easy level? Yes. Poor weather? Yes, it's a poor weather. Command crisis? No. Pattern delayed? No. Huh? Save game? First thing I'd ask you, save your game? Sign of things to come, I guess. German turn. Date December 16th. AM. Weather. Fog. Press any key. Air phase. Oh, Allies turn. Fog. Aircraft grounded. 4th Corps Artillery. Oh, artillery phase. Well, that was fun. Things are happening. Movement phase. Combat phase. That's a decent gun sound, I guess. That'll stop eventually. We done? Oh, we moved. Save game? No. German tune. Air phase. With a fog. The fire button just end your turn. No idea what's happening. None whatsoever. How do we move things? Oh, that's right. You gotta push a key, don't you? The review did say that. Specifically push keys for certain movements. Utterly confusing. Don't make it simple or anything. Speed this up. Nope. German turn. Yeah, phase. Frog aircraft grounded. So we can. Oh, you got the keys listed there. Hold, move, road, bomb. Road movement. Select target. Oh, whoops. That was not one of mine. Oh, off we go into the next turn. You pushed the fire button in the wrong place. Speed this up. Nope. Reinforcements arrived. Oh, I pushed the button again. Don't push the fire button. Seems to obviously want to stick something there. Push the fire button. No, can't do that. Means your turn. Speed it up again. Press any key. Computer phase. Air phase. T terrain. T. Move. Select target. Okay. Bombard. Supply pour. Move. Supply abysmal. Oh. Okay, let's go. Artillery phase. So is the flashing icon the one being attacked or the one doing the attacking? It seems one side is the only one getting attacked, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, getting attacked, that's alright then. If something's happening. Save game. No. Have one last turn. We'll do one more turn. You can't see opponents here. Interesting. Rude movement. Okay, let's go. Okay, so the one that's flashing is the one being attacked. It's been an hour and a half. We're only on 3 games. Ugh. Not much happening here. No, we're not saving the game. Okay. Have to go in a bit. Let's give me a moment because I can hear the cat. Wants attention. So yeah, give me a moment. I'll be back in a minute. Ah, you're back. He only wanted out. You can go out and open the door, but no, can't do that. Go out the door. He wants to go out. No, cats are. Anyway, we'll move on. Next game. Next game is. We got a compilation. Heroes by Dermark, $14.99 cassette, $19.99 disc, joystick keys. James Bond is on the warpath and licensed to kill. Ever wanted to be a hero, to risk life and limb doing the impossible and somehow surviving against all odds? It may work that way in the films, of course, but out in the real world is a different matter. Heroes is a compilation of 4 Dermark titles, all steering a central character, or hero. The heroes in question are James Bond, the Running Man, Luke Skywalker, and the Barbarian. The latter is the only one not to appear in a film or arcade license. Bond stars in License to Kill. The game sees James in pursuit of an evil drugs baron known as Sanchez. It's a multi-parter, all of which can be completed reasonably easily. First of all, 007 is up in the air. He flies a helicopter blowing up drug factories and dodging enemy fire while he's at it. The height and speed of the copter are interrelated, so avoiding enemy fire over tall buildings is perilous indeed. Then he's down on the ground, hot in pursuit of the fleeing crime king. There's only one thing between him: Sanchez's bodyguards. James has to go fairly slowly here, since there are plenty of armed and dangerous henchmen to dispose of as he progresses. After that, James is airborne again. He has to follow a Sanchez-bearing plane and perform a daring mid-air leap to overpower the escaping bad guy. And that's just the first part. There are two more to go. Overall, License to Kill is a bit simplistic, but there's plenty of variety and it's quite an enjoyable game. Star Wars is a fairly accurate translation of Atari's arcade smash. You are Luke Skywalker, Red 5. You have to make your way in your X-Wing fighter towards the Empire's secret weapon, the Death Star. As ever, things aren't quite as easy as they could be. You're intercepted by a squadron of TIE fighters led by the evil overlord Darth Vader himself. On reaching Upon reaching the Death Star, it's a case of skimming along the surface, shooting the tops of towers and evading enemy fire. Eventually, you come to the trench, where you have to make the famous bombing run, dropping your torpedo into the star's weak link, the vent, which will cause a chain reaction and blow the star to smithers. So it says to smithers. Star Wars is again fairly easy. You have no trouble blowing up the Death Star time and time again. It does, however, get more difficult as time goes on. It's a fairly repetitive game. You continuously repeat the same missions over and over again. The worst thing is the speed of the thing. It plods along at the speed of a hibernating tortoise. Barbarian 2 is a hack and slay affair. You fight your way through various levels, either in the guise of the mighty barbarian or a scantily clad princess. Many different types of monsters aim to put a premature end to your quest. Defeat them and work your way through the third level, and you will face the dreaded Drax himself. Graphics are large and well defined. Fighting moves are fairly basic, not overcomplicated, but varied enough to keep you interested. The death scenes are pretty gruesome too. Barbarian 2 is definitely the best of the bunch. Running Man is the bad apple in the barrel. The film it came from was pretty naff, but the game is terrible. It's a beat 'em up where a hero has to overcome 4 bad guys who each have specialised fighting skills. First is the hockey stick wielding Sub-Zero, who fires pucks at you to halt your progress. Then you'll meet Buzzsaw, who's armed with a chainsaw. Dynamo and Fireball are similarly well armed, guaranteeing a tough fight at the end. However, the graphics are shoddy, the scrolling slow and flickery. And as for the gameplay, well, it's a cross between being tediously easy and downright boring. Don't say you haven't been warned. At 20 quid on disc and 15 on tape, Heroes doesn't represent astounding value for money. All the games are at least a year old, and though a couple of them are okay, it's hardly a shining example of quality software. Barbarian is the only one really worth having. Wait till it comes out on budget. Second opinion. Compilations are all sort of halfway house to a budget re-release, and that's the trouble. A lot of money for a handful of old games, basically. The Verdict, License to Kill, issue 49, 76%. The Running Man, issue 49, 29%. Barbarian 2 in issue 44 got 92%. And Star Wars in issue 29 got 44%. AA rating 57%. A very mixed bag. Of course, we've played them all, so we don't have to play them again. Ugh. Alright, next game is Skate Wars by Ubisoft. $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc, joystick or keys. In the steel drome, 2 evil cyborg mutants face each other. The arc lights glint off their armor-plated bodies. Between their steel skates is a ball bearing the size of a football. Skate Wars is not just a game. The misshapen lives of the players are at stake. The bout starts. The silver player, Rimastar, slams into his opponent, Mandrax. Both are sent flying. Mandrax is up first, and gets to the ball. He slides across the enemy goal. He is hit from behind with sickening force, but manages to slam the ball in before he meets the steel wall. It's a goal. What they are playing is a sort of football on ice. There are no rules, and the play can get as violent and physical as you want it to be. Each team has 3 players and a goalkeeper. Only one player per team is in the rink at any time, so it's one-on-one combat for possession of the ball. You have 3-dimensional control of your player. You can also kick using the fire button. Kicking is not just reserved for the ball. You must bump and barge your opponent to get to his goal, frequently knocking him off his feet. He does the same to you. Slam the ball past the armored keeper into the steel chute, and your already hysterical supporters go berserk. 5 goals get you to the next level. Here the rink has obstacles to bounce off, rather like a bar billiards table. It is very satisfying to slam your opponent's face into one of these and watch him collapse onto the floor. So far, you've been playing to win. Later rounds introduce the struggle for your very survival. The rink has large rectangular holes in the floor, and if your player falls or is knocked down one of these, he dies. If your remaining men survive, they get to fight rather than play on a rink with touch-sensitive mines on it. These spiky objects kill you just as efficiently as the holes. Often during these later matches, you end up fighting and kicking your opponent nearer and nearer to a mine or hole, the ball forgotten somewhere else in the rink. Those who have seen it will certainly be thinking of the movie Rollerball. The idea is very similar, but without the large teams or mopeds. Even the idea that starts off with just nasty fouls and ends up with complete on-rink Armageddon is mirrored. The futuristic cyber style of the game is certainly reminiscent of the film. You can play against the computer or another player. The computer sometimes lacks the killer instinct that makes us humans so superior when it comes to inflicting destruction. So it is usually possible to win by playing dirty. By far the most enjoyable scenario is when you play against another human. The distinctly aggrieved feeling you get when your enemy, has just knocked you down to get the ball right back outside his goal and can only be matched by the feeling of savage elation you get when you smash him into a mine, killing him instantly. Brilliant! The graphics are great, large, smooth moving characters who look as though they mean business. There is an echo of gladiatorial combat with the game, and the armour worn by the assailants heightens this. The movement is fine, with the joystick being a distinct advantage over the keyboard in 2-player mode. Steel plates line the sides of the arena, and the goals look indestructible. At the bottom of the screen, the remaining players are depicted, just waiting for the current combatants to die. Each player has a name like Mandrax, Genghis, or Zax, which adds to the atmosphere. They have differing toughness levels too. Some are easier to bash into submission than others. The option also exists to change the names of the teams, so if you have a favourite cyber name, you can use that. Unfortunately, Sonic's let the game down slightly, no incessant tunes or silly noises, but no hard and brutal thumps either. It is well over the top cheering for goals, however. The only other fault with Skate Wars is that it might not offer enough variety in the long run. The rink itself doesn't change, even though more and more deadly furniture is added. Also, it is necessary to play through the first 3 or 4 levels in which no one is killed to get the real bloodthirsty action. That aside, though, it's a goodie. James Moon Pie Leach. First aid target score. Kill your first opponent. Second opinion. Excellent graphics and oodles of playability. Not much variety, but the range of hazards and successive levels added to the sheer fun factor makes up for all that. A great little game. The verdict, graphics 83%, nice and fierce. Sonic 61%, a bit of a letdown. Grab factor 88%, super fun, as only wanton violence can be. Staying power 74%. Played when you're in a violent mood. AA rating 80%. Nicely styled game of GBH and ball bearings. Okay, off we go. Okay. Skate Wars. Obviously a French version. Game is French, so why not? Alright, this is a little offset, huh? Forgot about that. That's right, this is fun times. Yeah, that doesn't work very well. Oh, forgot about that. I'll have to use Retro Virtual Machine for that then. The recapture, obviously. Wrong window. That's not the right window. Pick the right window. Here we go. Okay. Should work. I don't need to do the disc, have I? Hello. See now. Okay. Press the key mark Z. One or two players. You select one or two players. Okay, joysticks 1 and 2. Yeah, that's fine. Him to return to main menu. Okay. Start the game. Level 1. Oh, Becky. Oh, God, I haven't used it. That's what I remember to. There. Well, this is going well. Oh, gee, get back here. How does the goalkeeper stop the ball? That'd be nice to know. Oh, God. Ooh, ooh. Up the ball. Back to the... Still have the ball. Oh, this is going well. What? No, this ball, you moron. Pick up the ball. Pick up the ball. Level completed. We lost. Now we're on to level 2 somehow. But wherever these things are. We're turning it into pinball already. Get back here. The goalkeeper's useless. Oh, this is awful. Ah, I had the ball. Damn it. Yeah, ball back. Oh, jeez. Hit the sides you fall over. Oh, good ball. Ow. Goalkeepers are useless. Oh, God. Oh, oh. Ah, wait, come on. No! How does he stop the ball? That's not fair. What? I have no idea what's going on. The ball! Damn it, useless. Pick up the ball! Pick up the... God damn it, I didn't even see the ball that time. Level completed. Three. Hey, we got one! We got one! Get back here, get back here. Oh, where's the ball? Right, back here. He's running over the ball. I got... Hey! Thank you, I've got the ball. Got the ball. Got the ball, you moron. Ball, you moron. Damn it. Damn it. Four somehow. Oh! No, we've won something. 2-4. Still nothing deadly has appeared. Just run to him. Oh. Good. As intended. Get the ball. Hey. That was an own goal. Just don't get a pattern here. Damn. Pick up the ball. Run. Damn it. Hey, pick up the ball. completed. Righto, there we've got the holes. When's the ball goes in the hole? Oh no! Oh. Pick up the ball. Damn it, I missed. Pick up the ball, you idiot! Good. Sex replaces Rumor Star. Oh, I forgot. Oh, he jumped over. I keep tripping over the ball. Completed. Still going. Okay, this mine's a little obvious. Oh, there's the ball. Yeah. Oh, that was close. That was close. You have wiped out the opposing team. Bonus 5 points. A new squad of players will now challenge you. So when does this game end? Level completed. Okay, killing them counts as a goal. Level 7. What are you doing? Oh. Whoops. Really? What? Oh. Damn it. Ow. Oh, jeez. Oh, and he's wonderful. Game over. 24-24. Oh, that was pretty close then. Somehow. Oh, well, that's Skate Wars. Different. Alright. Yeah. Back to magazine. I think I might have just one more game left. I forget. Oh, we might have 2 games left. 1, 2. Yeah, we've got 2 games left. So next game is Fire and Forget 2 by Titus, $29.95. This is it. The first console game, apart from Burning Rubber, to fall into our grubby little mitts. Eagerly we plugged it into the console. An incredible screen instantly appeared. Then, unable to contain our collective excitement, we went straight into the game. No tiresome loading or waiting anymore. It's another 3D driving game, but a very different one to Burning Rubber. The game bundled with the GX4000 console. You're on a winding road, heading at 240 mph towards the city of Bigopolis. The reason is clear. A dangerous group of terrorists has decided to gatecrash the Third International Conference for Peace, being held in the city. It's almost a pity to try and stop them. These peace conferences are so boring. But anyway, stop them you must, and you have a pretty potent weapon to help you. You are commanding the Thunder Master 2. It's a car. No, it's a plane. No, it's both. Whatever it is, it certainly has 850 horsepower and is able to convert itself into a genuine airborne attacker, equipped with both ionic phasers and a missile launcher. You need both to stop the terrorist convoy from livening up the conference. Flying and driving this beast is easy. Unlike Burning Rubber, you can't come off the road, so you can cruise at speeds approaching those of Royals on the M4. There are a great many technological advanced opponents who must be avoided or destroyed. The Ionic Blaster, button 1 on the joypad, is fine for blasting most of the nasties, but for heavy duty firepower you can press buttons 1 and 2 simultaneously. This launches a missile, which homes in on the biggest target in front of you. The variety of enemies which confront you is amazing. There are dozens of different machines, any one which could theoretically destroy you. Destroying some of the enemy is a formality, because they are pretty hopeless at evasion techniques. Others are evil to the core and might be armoured heavily enough to take almost all you can throw. Perseverance and brute force will see them reduced to blackened lumps of steel, though. Many of the terrorist craft are airborne, and in order to kill them you must leave the ground too. Press button 2 and the car lifts off, and if you're going fast enough. You only have a limited flying time, so it's best not to linger in the sky for too long. All the weapon systems operate in the same way, but the battle is now in the third dimension. If you avoid the road mines and destroy the droid craft buzzing in your direction, you get to have a crack at an end-of-level Guardian. This is a large, well-armoured truck which will absorb your worst efforts for quite a while. Keep at it though, and boom, destruction, and on to stage 2. You're getting nearer to the city now. You can see it on the horizon. The terrorists are upping their efforts to stop you intercepting their nuclear warhead. This is the firework they are planning to let off at the party, and they're very determined to do it. The hardware ranged against you is getting larger and more sophisticated. Your flying and driving skills had better be up to it. It is safer to fly for much of the way, but you must be quick to dive and cash in on the extra fuel pods and missiles situated on the road. Running out of fuel is the most ignominious way of ending your mission. Fun Forget 2 is a thoroughbred arcade game. Everything about it smacks of coin-op. If you aren't careful, you'll be trying to put 20p pieces into the ports of your console to get another game. The introductory screen is excellent. During the break between stages, the leader of the terrorists appears and taunts you for not killing him yet. It's another great piece of artwork and fires you up even more to go and get him. The game's graphics are as fast and smooth as burning rubber. You see the back and occasionally the size of your Thunder Master 2 as you maneuver, avoiding the enemy craft, which whiz towards you for a great sense of speed and realism. The character system appears to be excellent at displaying large, beautifully detailed sprites with amazing speed. And there are so many of them. As you progress through the levels, it seems as if you are meeting a different set of enemy vehicles with each encounter. As with many coin-ops, there's a tune which burbles to itself quite happily. It's fine. It's not intrusive and detracts nothing. The game sounds are excellent. The decent noises for the car and the terrorist craft and the violence. There's also some nice stereo effects to be heard on the new monitors. Check it out. The difficulty is pitched just right. It's possible to progress at a satisfactory rate without finding things too easy. You can tailor your playing style to suit your temperament. Survival by avoidance is not as much fun as wanton, indiscriminate violence, though. The joypad is perfectly acceptable as a control method, and the ability to use fire button 1, 2, or both together adds to quite a few possibilities for the firing of different weapons. So overall, the first cartridge game was seen as a good one. It isn't a revolutionary idea for a game, nor does it have the imagination of many current and recent software releases, but it plays beautifully and it looks good. The only thing left to worry about is the price. Nearly £30 is one hell of a lot compared to the £15 or so for traditional disc-based CPC software. But if that's the price you gotta pay for console games, that's the price you gotta pay. James Fired and Forgotten Leech. The verdict. Oh, do we have a second opinion somewhere? Nope. Right, the verdict. First day task score, get to level 2. Graphics 88%, Sonic's 84%, graph factor 84%, staying power 84%, AA rating 94%. Erase them up with violence. Okay, let's go. Here we go. See a loading screen. Oh, loading. What? Try and forget too. Demo. Get a demo. Ready for takeoff. Back to the title screen. Let's go. Take a lot of shots. This enemy they come across. Bonus. Oh. Somehow I got too close. The game is basically road blasters, I suppose. What? Oh, guess they shot me, huh? Stage 1 completed. You got me, but I ain't dead. I got a fast and start flying right. Out of fuel. Game isn't even giving me any fuel on the stage. Oh. Revive delete. What was that? Yeah, last one. I couldn't hit it. You could hit me. I couldn't hit it. Oh no, let's play tic-tac-toe. Continue, we can continue. Let's go. that. Yeah, should have seen that coming. I almost had a feel anyway. Oh, he's been right for me. Now we get fuel. Oh no, we don't. Oh, you can confirm it. There you go. Missile. Both buttons together for missile. Oh, I'm out of fuel again. They really don't give you enough fuel. What? Another tanker. is spotted. It's getting away! Last life, I'd like to be able to finish this. Hit it in the air. Stage 2 complete. Oh! Really? That's not fair. Speed's still going. Okay. Bit cutscene. Oh, you got me, but I ain't did. This is the same damn thing. Okay. You were at the beginning of the stage and you got me full kill. What is this? What's this thing? Ooh, explosion. Continue. Sure. We have reached the stage. Avoiding me, Luke. Oh, he's not gonna do nothing, right? Double. Uh-oh. Ow. Well, this is getting hard. And there's more fuel. Well, I need it now. Oh. You can't really tell when things are shooting at you. It's hard to tell. Way around it would be to fly, but give me a chance. Really? It took that many hits? Right, they're avoidable or something. Anyway, yeah, that's fire and forget too. Anyway, we'll move on. Magazine. One more game to do. Right. One more game to do is multiplayer soccer manager. Yet more football games. We'll never be short of football games. Multiplayer soccer manager. D&H games. $9.99 disc. Joystick or keys. If there are any confirmed football fans left still standing, multiplayer soccer manager might just be the thing to ease them gingerly into the new season. As its name suggests, you and up to 3 like-minded friends, if you can find 3 like-minded friends, can each control a national team. The game is run from an icon menu, with all the available options clearly displayed. Each player takes it in turn to deal with the running of his team. There are a multitude of decisions to make, ranging from extracting finances from the bank to altering the size and safety of your stadium. Your squad members have skill ratings which rise and fall. You must give them adequate training in the skills you think they should acquire. You could teach your goalie to hit the ball, for example, or give your defenders long-range shooting skills. There is a transfer market in which you can purchase any ace players available, or flog a few burnt-out has-beens to raise a few quid. As well as the team, you can pay through the nose for a better coach, scout or physio. All will improve your chances in both the league and the cup. The only limit is your dosh. Buying one decent player will seriously reduce your wad, so tight-fistedness must be wise to start off with. There really are a whole host of options available to the diligent player. When playing with human managers as well as computer ones, it can take quite a while for each player to make all the changes he feels are necessary. Once everybody is happy, you can play the next game. Unfortunately, there is no running commentary or halftime status reports, so there isn't time for excitement to build during the game. The results of the 4 divisions are displayed page by page until you see how your lowly team has done. The game has 64 teams, up to 4 of which can be run by human players. Any of the team names can be changed, as can any of the player names. It is possible that you can get carried away with this option and start renaming everything and everybody. This results in possibly surreal league tables and team lineups. Amstrad Action was beaten by the Ninja Turtles with a last-minute goal by Donatello. Playing the game is made easy by the use of the joystick and the minimum of fiddly text inputting. But actually progressing up the league is tough. It is difficult to whip your team into shape without spending hours and hours trying. And you come to dread the results table. Yes, there you are, still at the bottom of Division 4. Luckily, you can save and load from the main menu, so you can return time and time again to find that, yes, you're still at the bottom of Division 4. The cup is periodically vied for, and with huge cash incentives at stake, your pitiful players seem to do better than in standard league games. Despite the slowness of the game, when more than one player is involved, it is more fun. It tends to degenerate into a battle between human players, which can be very entertaining. Crowd violence also erupts occasionally, and fines are slapped on the clubs involved. The level of detail is high, with a great many variables to consider. There are a lot of potential surprises to spice up the proceedings too, such as retirements, sackings, grants, and even resignations. You always have this option, remember. Graphics are okay, but a trendy space-age font is used, and there are many colours for various parts of the text. Nevertheless, it isn't awe-inspiring. You will need enthusiasm in fairly large doses to keep going, but if you have other people to play along with, it might make all the difference. The sound is limited to beeps when you have clicked on items and major selections. Nothing else would really be appropriate and might even be obtrusive. Overall, Multiplayer Soccer Manager is a competent and thorough attempt at a classic old idea. one which, alas, really is getting a bit tired these days. It all works well and is quite challenging and difficult to play successfully, making promotion a possibility rather than a certainty. You must address all the factors if you want your team to beat their rivals. The soccer atmosphere is really left up to the players, because all that appears on the screen is text and the occasional icon. Having said that, if managing a rather drab 4th Division club up to Division 1 with a stab at the FA Cup thrown in appeals to you, this could just be the ticket. James Stanley Matthews Leach. There are lots of ways to improve your squad. Second opinion. Definitely one for the strategists. Arcade Action fans need not apply, which seems rather daft for a game where most people action is everything. First day target score. Try not to lose all your first 10 games. Uh-oh. The verdict, graphics 48%. Not much to see at all. Sonics 46%. And not much to hear either. Grab factor 63%. Fairly easy to learn. Staying power 67%. But difficult to master. AA rating 65%. Better than watching Luton Town at home. Obviously. Okay. MPSM. Multiplayer Soccer Manager. Cool new loading system. Programmed by J. Atkinson. Correct. DNA 1990 DNH Games. Press a key to continue. Joystick. Keyboard. Redo keys. Alright. Joystick. Continue. How many players? 1. Manager 1 name. Sponsorships. Sponsored by Spars Nightwear. Lincoln City. Okay. Bank. We've got a bank. Bank account $350,000. Fixture list. We're in Division 4, right? Yeah. Face Halifax Town first. Pick your team. Sell player. Training. Can we train? None of them heard training. Goalie. Movement, kicking, handling. Handling sounds good. And he's defense, tackling. Same for you. You too. Passing. Passing. Shooting. Dribble. Hitting. Hitting. Shooting. Okay. Okay. We'll go straight to a game. Are you sure? Sure. Continue. Division 2, Division 3. How did we do? Draw. 1-1. How about that? Employees. Scout. Not so good. Physio. Not so good. Coach. Not so good. Ground improvements. Prison capacity 10,000. Cost per 500, 125,000 pounds. Prison safety 70%. Money in the bank 359,000. Swap you. We swap you and you. Is that how it works? Yes, it is. Good. Okay, they're still doing that. Next match is Hereford United. Okay. What is here? That's nothing. Apparently. League tables. Ninth. We have 1 point from a draw. Right. Let's do the next game. Are you sure? How will we do? We won. How about that? Successfully made the first day target score. Not lose your first 10 matches. We haven't lost a match yet. Oh, 4th place. Oh. Great game. Do another one. How do we do? One again. This game seems to be hard. Uh-oh. Brown P has been injured for 3 weeks. Oh. Alright, you loser, you're in again. You probably shouldn't be training if you're injured. Alright? I'm guessing. Next games. See what happens. League Cup 3rd round. Oh, we lost 2-0. Oh dear. Well, Division 1 matches. And 2 matches. 1-0. Whew. Oh. An average coach. See that? He does even better. See, he doesn't bankrupt us either. Due to your managerial talent, you have been offered a job at Burnley, Division 4. Do you accept? Yeah, no, I'm happy with the winners here. We're winning. Go. Let's win. What happens? Ah, we lost. Boo. You lot suck. That bank balance. 460,000. Buy a decent player, probably. Transfer market. Any more? They changed? No. Uh, Scouts estimate 287,580. We will bid 1,000. Oh. That's how auctions work, huh? Okay. But 315,800. That's an awfully specific estimate. Cooper decides not to move. Oh. Okay. Alright, we'll continue on then. Next game. Draw. Brown. No, the other guy, other Brown has now been injured. Oh boy. For 6 weeks. Can we buy anyone now? He's got 9.3. That's some skill. Guys, estimate 1,020,000. How about no? That's a lot of money. 299. Okay. 200,000. Oh. Hey! We got one. training. I'm doing some training. Passing, hitting, tackling. Passing. Okay. Let's go. Draw. Wonderful. Can we sell a... We're not going to get much for him, are we? He's useless. There you go. That's our bank balance. 192,756. Let's go. League Cup, 4th round. One 0. We win. Your match was televised live by Cult TV. Wonderful. Where are we now? 5th. Alright. Doing alright. Right, next game. We win. Yay. The match was televised live by Cult TV. Yeah. Due to your managerial talent, you've been offered a job at Stockport, Division 4. Do you accept? No. I'm happy where I am. Third. Ooh. Let's go. Next game. Ah. What's the FA Cup, I suppose. It was Arsenal. Just draw. Oh. Next game. Oh. What's our bank balance at? 334,838. Okay. Maybe buy another player. Probably not these. Has this been 103,000? 105,000. Yay! Is he still injured? How do I know? I should probably leave him out, I guess. Just to be sure. Training. Next game. Let's go. The Cup 5th round. Alright, Division 1, 2, 3. Alright. How do we do? Now. Everything starts falling apart now, I'm sure. Fifth. Starting to fall apart now. Oh, I'm still playing this. Oh, it's just after 11 o'clock. I think I'll end it after this match. Draw! 2 all. Anyway. I'll leave it at that, I think. Hey, we get the idea. It's a little bit repetitive. Back to the magazine, I guess. Hi. Hot shots from the hit squad. Run the gauntlet. Star Wars. Dave Thompson's Olympic Challenge. Salamander. Oh boy. Restan. What a preview of Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. What have Gremlin Graphics, Lotus Cars, and the CPC got in common? Rod Lawton finds out. This is a preview. It's a hard life being a journalist, you know. I mean, no sooner had I arrived at the office at 10:30 than I found this press release landing on my desk. Oh no, I only had to go on an all-expenses-paid trip to Norwich. I read further. Wined and dined in an exclusive hotel overnight, taken on a tour of the Lotus car factory at Hethel in the morning, taken around the Lotus test track by a Lotus driver, and then handed the wheel of a £45,000 car for a couple of laps. Damn. Still, there's no way around it. You have to be dedicated to be a journalist, you know. What's it all about? This little bash was staged jointly by Gremlin and Lotus to publicise Gremlin's major new license. Basically, Gremlin gets to use Lotus's name, logo, and car in its new game, due out in a month or so, called Lotus Esprit Turbo Challenge. It's a split-screen, 2-player car racing game that Gremlin reckons will be the best driving game out. Rules of the game. In Challenge, the 2 human drivers, one of them can be substituted by the computer, race against up to 20 computer-controlled opponents on a series of courses featuring hills, valleys, and vicious bends. You can play on 3 levels according to the ability. Level 1 is 7 courses, level 2 is 10, and level 3 is 15. That makes it for a grand total of 32 different circuits. On any level, to qualify for the next race in the series, you have to finish in the top 10. In 2-player mode, if just one of you qualifies, the other gets to go through too. The gameplay doesn't end there though. Mechanical Neanderthals can go for automatic gears, while real masochists can race with a manual box. Add the extra dimension of pit stops, where you have to gauge how much fuel you hang around taking on amount against how much time you're losing, and you've got a game that tests more than just your reactions. Gremlin only had the Amiga version up and running at the Lotus factory, but judging by that and the CPC screenshots, we're in for one hell of a hot game. Looks Spectrum-ish. Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. Heroes in the Half-Shell trademark are coming. Available soon on Amiga, Atari ST, Commodore 64, Spectrum, Amstrad, and PC. The Bulge. The Bulge has a 5th birthday combo for all AA adventurers. Oh boy, another competition. Wow, Joan Pancott, H. Pilg, the veteran adventuress, has started her own software company, Wow Software, will produce budget re-releases as well as some new titles. For more information, contact Joan at the address this month's Lords and Ladies. Cool. PD Adventures available. Skull PD Library can supply a disc full 348k of adventures if you send £1, a 3-inch disc, and an SAE. The adventures on disc are Raider, an interactive role-playing adventure, over 60k of files. Blue Raider, a 2-part adventure by Matthew Roberts. Can I Cheat Death, an adult adventure by Simon Avery. Adult 2, Simon Avery's second adult adventure, the follow-up to Can I Cheat Death. Doomlords, a 3-part adventure by Simon Avery. Firestone, another superb adventure by Simon Avery. Spacey, a sci-fi adventure by Simon Avery. Welladay, the last adventure on the disc, and by, altogether now, Simon Avery. Alan Scully, who runs Skull PD, goes on to say that if anyone would like to donate adventures to the library, then send them to him on a 3-inch disc with an SAE, and he will return the disc with the adventures above. Or if you send them on cassette with an SAE, he will send a few of the above adventures, some are disc only. Alan also has some more PD adventures in stock, so get in contact with him at Skull PD Library. Confidential drops 8 bits. Bad news this month as the Gaming Club, Special Reserve, and the Adventure Club Confidential drop coverage of the 8-bit machines. In the past, Special Reserve was the place to buy those old adventures that weren't available elsewhere. No worries though, as the Adventurers Club Limited still supports the Amstrad and has a large catalogue of games available. For more details, talk to Harry Brewer or write to him. Okay. Hey, a birthday competition. Okay, you all know that this is the birthday issue, so to celebrate, the Bullroggers organised the biggest CPC adventure competition ever. And there won't be just one winner either. In fact, a total of 10 lucky readers stand to win themselves a whole mountain of adventuring software. Each prize winner will receive the following: Castle Master, the incentive Domark Freescape Adventure ROM through a castle, was given a master game and rated an amazing 91%. Lords of Chaos, Bladesoft's role-playing strategy game, rated 84% and awarded an AA rave. Bloodwitch, the epic role-playing game, the CPC's own version of Dungeon Master, another master game, rated at 92%. Computer Adventures, The Secret Art. This book is a guide to writing good adventure games and is a must for the serious programmer. A 1-year subscription to the Adventurers Club Limited, including reference book and binder. ACL is one of the largest and oldest of the adventure clubs. Harry Mueller, the editor, has given the club a fine reputation. On top of all this, the first name out of the shoebox, will also receive an Adlan ROM from Graduate C Review in AA60, and a year's subscription to the fabulous Adventure Coder and Adventure Probe. To stand a chance of being one of the 10 winners of these brilliant prizes worth over £800 in total, you just have to answer 4 simple questions. Number 1. Blowage and Lords of Chaos are role-playing games. Name another CBC role-playing game. Where's the rest of this? I think I missed the rest of it. Oh well, never mind. 4 questions, they give you 1. Roy of the Rovers, what's that doing in the adventures section? Next issue, reviews of Topological's latest game, Last Days of Doom, and an adventure writing guidebook entitled Computer Adventures, The Secret Art, plus all their regular features. Type-ins, Dr. Waring, MSc, CPC, AA, plus ons, presents Character Design Program. Dan Piddock from Lymm, Cheshire, has come up with a listing that will make designing your own character sets as easy as can be. Press F0 for instructions on how to use the program. After the characters have been designed, they can be saved as data or as basic symbol statements. Header Reader. Michael Beckett of Antrim, Northern Ireland has come up with a very useful utility indeed. It gives you all those nitty gritty details about a file on tape or disk. You know, the sort of thing, start address, file length, entry address, and file type, etc. All the things you wanted to know but were too afraid to ask. The program is run and RSX is set up. It is used slightly differently on the 464 and 6128. When searching for a file on tape, you can use an empty string. This will tell you about the first file the computer comes across. Flag. Jan Anderson is flying the flag for his country. Jan comes from Herlev in Denmark. This program displays a flag from a number of countries with colder climes, and then animates them with startling results. Scandinavian flag demo. Okay. Mace 664-6128 only. Bit weird this one. There's this multicolored mace type thingy, and you have to turn all its bits so that they are the same color. Told you it was strange. Mace comes from Monty Ramon of South Kelsey. You may have seen adverts in AA for another program of his called Trance, which is a bit like this, only more so. The objective is to make at least 5 coloured stars, each star made from adjacent coloured faces. Alternatively, you can try to match all the opposite faces of the same colour. These are achieved by turning and swapping the parts. To turn the 12 pieces clockwise, use keys 1 to 9, 0 for 10, hyphen for 11, and up arrow for 12. To turn anti-clockwise, press the less than key first. To swap pieces, press S followed by 2 numbers. Space toggles the front and back view. M reflects the hidden faces. Use this for checking the opposite sides without affecting the puzzle. H gives options to save, load, and start a new game. Well, it's 2 pages worth. Just in case you didn't know. Just in case, after all, it's always possible you don't know what those funny dots in the listing are for. Here's the answer. They're there to indicate spaces. Sometimes it's hard to tell how many spaces there are in a line containing text, say. Getting the number of spaces wrong may not stop the program working, but it will give you some funny checksums when you run it through typewriter. And that's not all. Also, in case you didn't already know, you can earn yourself vast amounts of cash by sending us type-ins. We have to think they're good enough to publish, of course, and make sure you enclose an SAE so that we can send your tapes and discs back. Just to give you an idea, some type-ins can earn their authors between £15 for some really weedy dozen-liner to £40 for a truly colossal, no bigger than 10k though, stupendous masterpiece. It really does have to be good to warrant that amount of space though. So, what are you waiting for? Get those listings in. French test for beginners and advanced alike, only £15.95. Relieve the stress of GCSE, or simply have fun doing homework. Either way, you cannot fail to learn using this colourful and flexible program. Got a 64? Get a copy. 100 pages packed, for unmissable reviews, tips, guides, previews, cheats, and news. Get the most out of your 64. Games explained, not just described. Free cassette. Every issue has at least one complete game and a fistful of demos. The world's best guide to 64 gaming. Put some life in your machine. Commodore format. It'll be quite good. Probably. First issue on sale September 20th. Tell the world the good news. Back issue service. Oh no, sorry, sold out. Oh no, half of them are sold out. Cheat mode. Phil Howard wades in with a terrifying tirade of tips. Buggy Boy. Buggy Boy has always been a great game, but just that bit too difficult until now. Good old Graham has sorted out sorted it for the Encore game and provides us with that bit of extra time to cheat that checkered flag. Clacks, fed up with running out of space, time, and just about everything else, get further than you dreamed possible on the mega addictive tablet positioning, sounds dreadful put that way, game, Clacks. Thanks to Mike, you need no longer say just one more go. You've got just as many as you can cope with. Pipermania. Graham has plumbed the depths. Okay, so I used it a couple of months back. How many jokes are there about pipework anyway? To stop you going around the bend with your Pipermania disc. Just one thing, save the poke to and then run it from disc, or you'll get a disc missing error. Double Dragon. If you ever looked at the official Amstrad mag, obviously I'm not allowed to, you'll know the name of John Girvin of Belfast. He's been helping them out for quite a while now. So what's he doing here in AA? That's for him to know and Double Dragon tape owners to theorise about. Hiya John, infinite thanks. Spot the dot. Yep, you guessed it. The new system of replacing spaces and programs by a dot has infected cheat mode. What will they think of next? Don't panic though. They're not entirely terminal. Got a dot? Replace it with a space. I ought to be in advertising. Batman, Caped Crusader. Oh, here you go. Solution. A solution. Search for and get the red nose. Makes you invisible. Red nose makes you invisible, obviously. Find and collect the spanner. Fixes broken machine. Look for and collect the batarang. Use the batarang. Search for and get lockpick. Find and collect the bomb. Get the bat disc. Insert the bat disc. Then make your way out. Yeah. Find the room. The big turn off. Insert game disc and the game is complete. Oh. Rogue. Jonathan Nurse, an old friend of mine from Long Ashton, Bristol, has provided a poke for Rogue, which gives you a head start over the competition. 100 strength to begin with on the tape game is yours for the typing. Slug. Jonathan Wilson from Lowgilly is a key press for Alternative Software's budget game by pressing L star greater than question mark and space. You can move to the next level. John also tells me that he would have sent this cheat to the other magazine, but they are rubbish. Always to that effect. Is it a compliment or what? Power Drift. Garrett Flynn of Milford, County Donegal, has drifted in for a really powerful poke for that erstwhile, peculiar word that, master game, Power Drift. Now you too can drive yourself to distraction. It allows you 255 credits on the tape game. This one up here, Pro Boxing Simulator. You know, boxing's a funny old sport. In case you're in any doubt, Pro Boxing Simulator is in fact by fair means or foul. Of a couple of years back. Not a bad game, but it's a bit of a nuisance if you already own the original. Anyway, Andy's cheat gives you any number of lives for each player. Blade Warrior. Okay. I know the Grimmers crept into this infinite lives number last time we tried to print it. But let's face it, when you say something like Blade Warrior, rest in peace, you really are just asking for trouble. Thanks once again, Graham. Got some tips for Heroes of the Lance. It's been a long time coming, but then it's had a long way to come. The complete solution to Heroes of the Lance has arrived, courtesy of Graham Walsh, who lives around the other side of the world in Maryborough, Australia. Good on ya, cobber. Is that how it goes? Okay. Space Harrier 2, yet another poke from the ever-present keyboard of the saviour from Street. How does he do it? The disc version of Space Harrier 2 gets infinite lives thanks to the very prolific Graham Smith. Grand Prix Simulator 2. Jonathan Nurse of Bristol again here with a tip for Grand Prix Simulator 2. Change the name of Player 1 to Integra and it will stop you being knocked out of the game. Or for a laugh, try computer. Jungle Warfare. Mastertronics Jungle Warfare gets the treatment now. By Mark Griffiths of Haverfordwest. Press Shift P to pause the game. Then press the keys A, S, Z, X, C, U, J, and M and shift down simultaneously when you return to the game, and you'll have infinite lives, not to mention dislocated fingers. Italy 90. I bet you never thought there would be a cheat for a football game in cheat mode, but believe it or not, Richard Undecipherable second name looks like it could be Hunt of Clurid, Adam Doherty of Chiswick, and Paul Williams of Abertillery have found one. Press function key 6 during play in US goals Italy 90. The ref blows the whistle and you move straight into the penalty shootout. Then, just like the real thing, you can boot it over the bar. Emotion. Justin Clark of Holbrook has discovered a particularly fine cheat for emotion. Type Moon Unit, didn't Frank Zappa call his daughter that, on the title screen, and then by pressing F, you can restart 10 levels further on. Exclusive multi-face 2 espionage shock, romantic robot in a spy scandal, by our own intelligent correspondent. Third-world diplomat was expelled from Britain last week for engaging in industrial espionage on behalf of an unnamed East European country, Foreign Office officials confirmed in London early this morning. The diplomat was caught red-handed using a unique computer add-on known in the business as Multiface 2. The device is used to freeze, inspect, and backup running CPC programs, sources familiar with the case said. Magic button! Although seemingly just a small black box, it is apparently full of high-tech wizardry, with 2 Zs, and even sports a so-called magic button. Some sources suggested Multiphase could have been embargoed from exports to any non-NATO country, but COCOM officials could neither confirm nor deny the instrument had been included on the list of banned equipment. COCOM is a Paris-based intergovernmental agency set up to monitor trade and strategic goods and creates lists of such equipment whose sale to potential enemy countries is prohibited. The unorthodox use of multi-face by the diplomat, whose identity and country of origin remain hidden for fear of reprisals against British nationals, had been detected when a nurse in the envoy's Kensington Gardens estate reported a change in the man's habits to a Foreign Office contact. Ouch! Oh no. He visited a computer outfit called Romantic Robot, came back with a black box, and had been spending every 3 minutes in his den ever since. The 30-year-old woman whose identity is protected under the Official Secrets Act said. I've even heard him screaming, multi-face, oh, multi-face, in his sleep, the nurse added. Contacted in his office at Romantic Robot, a company spokesman said the question had put him on the spot. There's the saying one ought not believe oughtn't believe any rumours until they have been officially denied, so I can neither confirm nor deny your story. I personally think it is utterly preposterous, but it's up to you to decide, the spokesman said. He said he would rather not comment for reasons for the diplomat's strange behaviour. He seemed perfectly normal. He was obviously very keen to get the multiface. In fact, he also bought the Insider disassembler and Rodos system, which we have on special offer at $9.95 and $19.95 respectively. But nobody at Romantic Robot has ever detected anything out of the ordinary in the envoy's manners. Your readers might find it interesting to try multiface themselves, the spokesman said. I hope their reaction would be just as ecstatic. Obviously, they should exercise some degree of self-control in their own interest. Not an advert! Of course, I'd rather not if this were to sound as an advertisement, but I am given to understand MI5 are considering seeking an injunction on the sale of our device, so it might be wise to send for multiface now before they find a cooperative judge. At £37.95, £10 below RRP, plus £1 P&P, it is a real bargain. Some may say that it is even more than one bargain for. Foreign Office officials declined to comment, saying that they would not debate cases where a judicial decision might be pending. The Romantic Robot spokesman said his company would not accept responsibility for any mishaps occurring to anyone visiting its premises at 54 Deanscroft Avenue, London. We seem to be getting most orders through the post anyway, he said. He said also those who'd rather use their Access Visa cards and order by telephone at 08120088870 should be extremely cautious of their choice of words. You never know who's listening in, he observed. Well, not an advert, I'm sure. Cheat mode index. Yeah. All the cheats ever done. Tell you which issue they're in. At least recent ones. Multi-face poke index. Oh. The buyer's guide for the final time. Guess I can put something else in this place now. Small ads. Swivel, absolutely brilliant. The Undertaker's and Grave Loggers Chronicle. Okay, yeah, the Yuppie Gazette. Send blank disc or tape plus £2 to Reba software. Oh, okay. Soccer Management Simulator for the CPC 6128, as if we haven't played enough soccer lately. Amstrad Action, the latest and greatest products at the best possible prices. Well, they're already telling us about Iron Man Ivan Iron Man Super Off-Road. It's called Iron Man. No one worry about that name, will they? After fort. Oh boy. Well, another skirmish has come and gone, and it's time for the battle honours to be awarded to those brave, read stupid, souls who went charging, weapons in hand, through the Warminster woods. AA was represented by Ollie, James, and Adam. Rod stayed at home, coward, all of whom covered themselves in mud, if not glory. James kept getting shot by Adam, and eventually settled for following Trenton around, trying to pick up tips from the master, and still getting shot by Adam. Adam kept following Trenton around because he knew that's where James would be. Displaying an astonishing grasp of woodland warfare, Adam is also a keen gardener, able to recognise many different kinds of twig. Ollie followed himself around a lot of the time, but still managed to shoot 6 enemies, 3 larches, 46 clods of earth, and a marshal. He gets a special award for sprinting through the woods, uttering his fearsome battle cry half an hour after everyone had gone home. For all those who haven't got the faintest idea what we're talking about, nor me, skirmish days out are organised by a company which specialises in pandering to the tastes of intent psychos. Each day out consists of a dozen or so war games, whereby the 40 or so attending are split into 2 teams, equipped with paint pellet guns and given different scenarios to act out. Funny, they always end up with a lot of shouting, running, falling down, and sulks. James Piquet strikes again. James is a bit of a terror, you know. Not only is he a keen skirmisher, but he's also not long back from a karting bash in Andover with Trenton. It was nothing really, he observed correctly. I mean, either you got it or you haven't, he added regretfully. I once got offered a job at Lotus, you know. That's the Lotus Chinese takeaway in Chorley, by the way. Digitizer competition. Rod donned his poshest tuxedo and dinner jacket. Well, he had to hire it for Moss Bros, actually. To announce the winner of a super duper Rombo Digitizer competition. The lights dimmed, the conversations ceased. After fumbling around in his pocket for a minute or two, he produced a crumpled silver envelope. In a booming baritone voice, he made the announcement we've been waiting so long to hear. The winner is John Titmus from Morton in Marsh. Well done, John. Your prize is being wrapped up and sellotaped at this very moment. Oh yes, the answers. 1. John Logie Beard. 2. VHS. 3. Oh yes, no doubt about it, really I could. I've forgotten what the questions were. Trenton, mine's a red one. Webb. And James, what's wrong with Morris Miners? Leach. Fantasy or reality? Are you interested in expanding your adventuring skills? Oh. Rate to total and absolute chaos games. Kickoff 2, blistering pace, pixel perfect passing, superb tactical gameplay. 1 to 4 player options, Amiga and ST. Kit design, Amiga ST and IBM. Facility to load player manager teams and design tactics. Instinctive joystick controls to pass, dribble, shoot, head or chip a ball and do sliding tackles. 2 player teams mode against the computer. After touch controls to bend or dip the ball. Set piece, free kicks, corner kicks, throw-ins, injury time, action replay, red and yellow cards. Indeed, host of features to create the atmosphere of a soccer game, which is a real fun to play. League and cup competition with sudden death penalty shootout. The 1, Ultimate Soccer Simulation, 96%. The Ace, brilliant. Bye, boy, bye. 930. Amiga format, best footy game to have appeared on any machine, 94%. ST format, what a game. Gem to play, Magic, 90%. CNVG, championship winning material, 95%. Games machine, probably the best sports game ever, 92%. Commodore user, no other footy game can touch it, 90%. Amiga Action surpasses all other football games, 93%. Popular Computing Weekly, nothing short of brilliant. New Computer Express, Computer Football Event of the Year. Amiga and Atari ST, 1999. IBM, to be announced. Commodore 64, Spectrum and Amstrad, $9.99 cassette, $14.99 disc. Kickoff 2 and World Cup, Amiga and Atari ST, $24.99. Kickoff 2, Expanded Amiga, $24.99. From Anko Software Limited. First into battle, last to leave. Battle Command. Atari ST, Commodore Amiga, IBM PC and compatibles. And just you wait till we see what the Amstrad version looks like. This is 3D. Set in the near future as an alternative reality, Battle Command is an arcade strategy game in which the player controls a single Mauler assault tank in one of 16 missions in the Ultra War, fought between 2 dominant races in the New World. The latest phase of the North-South War has been going on for over 10 years, with a stalemate eventually developing. A standoff between armies massed over a long dug-in battlefront, such as the defensive capabilities of each side. Full-scale attacks are suicidal, so any offensive moves are by necessity small behind-the-lines actions performed by elite troops and specially designed vehicles. The Mauler is the latest such machine, capable of being lifted in and out of hostile territory by fast stealth choppers, and armed with the most advanced weaponry the northern scientists can devise. That's the end of the magazine.